want to talk a little bit about my favorite part of my house, which is the Strength Sanctuary, also known as a home gym. Let's see if we can just pull up a little picture here. You're not going to get the best view here because I can't. Let's see. All right. Well, that'll do. So what you see here is our garage, and we got a little sauna in there. We got a cable stack in the back. You see the hip thrust bench, a 45-degree hyper extension, and let's see. All right. Okay. And then on this side, if you were to look here, we got all the dumbbells. We got a bunch of more metal plates and stuff. And we got the little stationary bike. We got a treadmill. And then the squat rack is right there. All the plates are in that corner. And then I also have the Freak Athlete reverse hyper GHD, like all in one, which is an amazing tool. Amazing tool. Okay. Let's. All right. And this is the corner with the squat rack, and this is a little dolly here that this actually, I got this tip from this guy, this YouTuber guy. It's a pretty small channel. I mean, it's bigger than mine, but some really great ideas and tips. And one of them was, if you go to Harbor Freight Tools, great store, very cheap, and a lot of great stuff. And so one of the things he said is pick up one of these or a couple of these moving dollies for like 18 bucks. It's 1,000-pound capacity, and they just so happen to fit your plates perfectly. So let's see, let's go back here. All right, well, that's okay. And we're just going to hang out in my kitchen for today. We're going to hang out in the kitchen. Welcome. And so here's the thing. Your home gym, you actually don't need a lot of stuff. I always tell people, like, hey, let me know and we can talk, and I'll tell you exactly what things to get. And for under, $1,000, you could get a really solid setup. And then obviously over time, you could add a few pieces here or there, but you don't need a ton of shit, and even if you still want to keep a gym membership, I think it's good, like, especially if you have a community focused or a community based gym. I think those are the best for the vast majority of people. Whether that's a CrossFit, whether that's, just a CrossFit type strength and conditioning gym like San Jose Barbell or Hyper Strength. But there's a lot of great gyms out there. Even if you have like a membership to like Barry's Boot Camp, that's cool too. People just like to talk shit about everything that's not, what they're doing. I think there's a lot of value in a lot of different shit. And, I've done a couple of Barry's Boot Camp classes, and I think it's a lot of fun. And you get what you need, right? Like, you're not gonna, most of the time, most people are not gonna get winded on purpose. And so for me, like, a class is a great way to do that, because otherwise by yourself, you're probably just gonna lift weights, which is great, but we also got to do this guy here. So let's talk a little bit about what I would include in a strength sanctuary, okay? I'll talk about the basics that I would recommend for everybody, and then, you know, nice to haves, okay? So I think the best place to start is just some dumbbells. Get a solid set of dumbbells. You can go the adjustable route. There are a lot of great, one of the great things that came out of the pandemic is this huge boom of home gym equipment, and adjustable dumbbells are great. And you can get a set up to like, there's some good quality stuff up to like 80 pounds, which is more than what vast majority of people will ever need, for about $500, right? And that'll get you going right there. The next thing I would probably get is a mirror. Reason why: it is nice to see progress in the mirror, right? So there's just something about a good quality mirror that, you know, it's just a bro science thing. That's just a personal preference and an opinion, but I think having a good mirror is very valuable. And again, you can find them for like 50 to 70 bucks online, on Amazon. But that's all you need to get started. From there, the next thing I would probably get is a squat rack, a barbell, and some plates. Squat racks, nowadays you can find a very good quality squat rack for like $100, $150, and a barbell will run you $50 to $100, and 300 pounds of plates will get you or will cost you around, I don't know, between $200 and $300, I think. And so that right there is under $1,000, and you're set. You can make a lot of progress for a very long time with just those things: dumbbell, squat rack, barbell, plates, and then again a bench. Actually, after the dumbbells, what I would get is a bench. I would get a good quality bench. Again, will run you about $100 to $150. And that's a good place to start. And then I would go into the squat rack and whatnot. You will make progress for a very long time with just that stuff. Next thing I would probably add is a 45-degree hyperextension. A 45-degree hyperextension is one of those benches that people, the pad goes up to about your waist or whatever, and then you can do back extensions on it and hip extensions. That's very, very valuable. If you have the cash, the freak athlete, like 9-in-1 is like, I want to say like $700. And Benji makes great equipment. His 9-in-1 or whatever is very highly reviewed. I know him, great guy. And Garage Gym Reviews, which really blew up over the pandemic, is a YouTube channel. He's got great reviews on that. And by the way, that's a channel I would recommend if you want to see specific reviews on products. Like, just go check out Garage Gym Reviews, I think is his website, or YouTube. And then we'll talk about some nice to haves. I'll probably put that 9-in-1 under that category. Speakers nowadays, a good speaker, you could get one for $20. that's nice, you know, when you're playing that Kenny G in the background, getting into the zone. What else? You could, like in my gym, I have a sauna in there. It's a 2-person. Thinking back now, like after having had it for a while, I probably would have gone with a 1-person, because there's never 2 people. Like it's for me. So, you know, I'm just in there by myself. So a 1-person would be much better. And that's about, you know, you could probably get a quality one for about $1,000. You could get mats for the floor, and since it's a garage gym, you're not gonna need too much. But yeah, so now, you know, the great thing about having a garage gym, and you treat it like a sanctuary, and what that means, what I'm talking about when I say that is, you know, you keep it clean, you have it organized, you respect the space. It makes a big difference, because at any moment you could just head over to your garage or whatever that room might be for you, and you could spend 10 minutes, 20 minutes and get a great workout in. Other things that I would personally add is, like, I would add some type of cardio equipment to get that heart rate up, you know. Those stationary bikes, like I said, you get one for $120. If you got the cash, there's a lot of nice options out there. Like, you could get a assault bike from Rogue, which I really like, that has the handles for your arms as well. Let's go ahead, let's get out of the kitchen here, because, all right. A walking pad, I think, is very important, because depending on where you live and the weather, it's nice to be able to just, you know, get on that walking pad and get your steps. You know, you could be on your phone, you could put up a TV, watch something, listen to something, whatever it might be. And again, all that is very cheap. So still, like, with the nice to have, you're talking about $2,000, and this is $2,000 that you will get a massive return on. You know, like, changing your body, you can build a world-class physique with just that stuff, right? And that's pretty much it, you know. And if you're doing so, like, I haven't really shared a lot of training stuff on here, just because I think the biggest piece of the puzzle for most people is nutrition. But, you know, I've been working with Brady from DAC Performance and Health for a while now, and so we do a lot of stuff like a lot of impulse work and drop catches and what else? Hyper arm work, where with this stuff is basically we're putting a lot of force into our joints. So for that stuff, again, it's very cheap. Like, you need a strap for that. You need some like those ankle straps where you attach it to the band or the strap, and then impulse into the whatever it is you have it attached to. Bands would be good. Bands are very cheap. You can get a jump rope, and then you have everything you need right there. And I would say this, though. One of the things that I've observed over 15 years of being in this line of work and coaching people and, you know, talking to thousands and thousands of people is that most people are just, you're busy, you have stuff going on. This was not your first interest. Over time it could become it might become very important to you as far as like learning more about it. But a lot of people just don't have the time to do all the research. So I think the other very important thing is just get a coach. Get a coach to tell you what to do. Even for myself, like, I know what to do. I've been doing it for a long time, but I've had coaches pretty much the entire time since 2008, 2009. And like right now I'm working with Brady, I'm working with Tanya for nutrition, because it's just, you don't have to think, you just do. You talk, you have conversations, and you just do what you're told. So then it removes all the, what should I do today? How can I do X, Y, Z? Like, blah, blah, blah. Is this the right program? Just get a coach to keep you accountable and to keep you invested in your training, right? And there's a lot of great coaches out there. Granted, there are a lot of shitty coaches, and they're just shitty in the sense of like, well, let's not even focus on that. The point is, there's a lot of great coaches out there, and between $100 and $300 a month, that is a very important piece, right? At least for a year or two, until if you are the type of person who can do that, which is very rare, but that makes a huge difference. So anyways, that's kind of my thoughts on having a home gym and the kind of stuff that I would put in there. But if you want some help putting your gym together, again, just find me on Instagram and shoot me a message, and I will help you kind of send me a picture of your space, and then we can kind of brainstorm it. The Burrito Mafia, we're more than halfway done, actually 2/3 of the way done with the 10,000 swing kettlebell challenge for March. We are getting ready for next month's challenge, which is going to be a nutrition-based challenge. And as a review, what we do is there's 4 skills that we practice. People look at health and fitness as some mysterious thing or complicated thing. There's just 4 skills. It's not mysterious. It's 4 skills, and those skills can be learned, and they got to be practiced. So what we do is every month we have a different challenge focus, and it's just a different variation of the 4 things, right? So we got strength, we got our steps, and we got nutrition. Next month is going to be a nutrition-based challenge. If you want in on that, let me know. Again, find me on Instagram. And it makes a big difference doing it with a community and with a group, right? And I'm in there every day, so like, I have a lot of former clients in there who still want to have access and like daily communication, so that's a place to do it if you're not doing one-on-one coaching. And again, as always, like, my goal is to help people, so like, my coaching costs anywhere from $200 to $300 with me one-on-one, but in the group it's $20 a month. You're in there, we can talk, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. So anyways, have a wonderful day. Get those steps in, drink your water, get your protein, lift, squeeze those muscles, and get your heart rate up on purpose. All right.